Welcome back to the eSports Report Daily Update. I'm Chris Puckett, joined by Revan today, two of the casters you'll be listening to this weekend at the Call of Duty Championship. Revan, I have to say, man, I'm so excited to have you back in the booth. Are you ready to cast some games?
I'm ready to cast all the games this entire weekend.
Now, I was thinking about this because I'm supposed to be making the caster schedule after our show. Well, first of all, I'm going to put that off until you and I set our all-star rosters. But should I put Nadeshot and Clayster together to cast? Or should they always be paired with one of us?
I think they should get paired with one of us just to start with, to get the feel. You know, how
we'll teach them the broadcaster mode. I like that thinking.
And then we could pair them together.
All right, who you want to cast with? I'm going to put you on for game one. You want Clayster or you want Nadeshot?
I mean, I've casted with both of them before. I'll leave that up to you.
All right, I'm going to flip a coin. It'll be fun. Let's get right into the action again. So far, guys, if you didn't tune in earlier in the show, you missed out, but welcome. We've been counting down our top 10 Slayers coming in to the Call of Duty Season 1 League Playoffs. Now, 6 teams have advanced out of the group of 10. They'll be facing off live at PAX this weekend for $15,000 so far. We've counted down Goonjar at number 10, Nameless from Envy at number 9, and Proofy from FaZe at number 8. But now it's time for a member from Strictly Business. And coming in at number 7, we got my man Dedo. Kenneth Dedo has been a monster. He's in the top 10 with a 9th best ratio overall at 1.09. In the top 16 there with his Slayer and Respawn game modes, just under 22.5 kills. His KD and SND also positive. His Domcats and Blitz caps not nearly that great. But I want to point out the fact that these are his online stats. When you watch this guy on LAN, he is an absolute beast. And if you watched him at Call of Duty Championships, he alone locked down Sovereign. I felt like the entire control room side of the map was locked down by his Remington. No one from Optic had an answer to what Dedo was doing. And we've also seen what he can do with the MTAR on short-range maps like Strike Zone. Revan, what do you like about this guy?
Dedo, he's just a man. Well, he's a player where if you have him on your team, you also need a really solid objective player. Dedo's just one of those players. He could guarantee you X amount of kills a game. But as we were looking at with his objective stats, they're okay. You know, nothing really to look at twice. But when you look at Dedo, the first thing that comes to your mind is kills. He's very good at picking up so many kills on the map. And as you were saying at COD Champs, you know, you put him up in a power position, top control. What are you going to do? Now, when you compare Dedo to the person below him, Proofy's also renowned as a very good Slayer, but I think in this game, Dedo has the one-up on him.
Yeah, Dedo, he's looking like a monster Slayer. The one thing we haven't seen is the objective play from him. That's partly because so much effort is being put into that objective by Saints and by Sensor, and Apathy even. Dedo was just trusted in that slaying role, and we saw it. A great example of it was at the U.S. Championships when they faced off against Complexity. Complexity came into this tournament as the reigning champs. No one was going to dethrone them. But SB met up against them in the winner's bracket, and I believe this game is from Strike Zone. It's one of our domination videos. Let's check it out. It's Strictly Business versus Complexity with some awesome plays from Dedo. You can find it. Hit that button. You can do it. By the way, our editor is switching the show today. Let's go home. Show him some love on Twitter. So while this video is getting ready, take your time, Brian. We're going to talk about Revan's favorite color. Revan?
He's going to try and cut off the middle. Unfortunately, one gets by, immediately cleaned up by Saints. The communication and teamwork here has been stellar so far in the first minute 30 from Strictly Business. But can they keep it up? This is a marathon and Blitz, not a sprint. And that is a huge play from Dedo. A bigger play with the triple. Going for the quad kill. Can he get it? Finally shut down. But he just opened up a runway for his teammates. Everyone's surging forward. Here's Saints. 2 more players to beat in the base before Saints can go through for the cap.
He's trying to gets another one there. One more left. Can he make this pick as well? No, he's going to turn just at the wrong time. But doesn't die. He's still alive. He's still causing problems with Complexity. Eventually drops. Complexity now going to try and clean house and move up this map. He has gone down as well. Censor's just trying to get in here. Oh, no, was not able to get it on the reset. Still 4 points difference to the Dedo comes in. Oh, the speed at which he just took him down.
Dedo played on such high sensitivity, just turned and burned his opponent. Apathy's got a clear shot to the goal, and now they just need to continue to trade caps against Cole. This could be a 3-0 sweep from a 9 seed over our #1 team entering the tournament.
It is, however, here come Complexity. They're not down yet. They have so many members around here. They're going to lock them in. It's now 10-8, 3 points left in it, and there's still members of Complexity over this. TP, they have to hold. They need these points now. They cannot let SB continue to push them back. TP comes through, he's going to go down, another one goes in, it's now back to 2 points. Ace is coming in, Complexity is starting to turn up now. They really need to keep going. 1 minute 24 left, 2 points down. They have to make something.
And Crim 6 is turning it on to another level. He was on a 7-point streak, finally cleaned up. Aches goes down in the middle. TP, the last man standing, knows he's got to be sneaky. Unable to do so, Censor sniffs him out and cleans him up. Down to the last 60 seconds, a 2-point difference. And here goes Censor to make it a 3-point.
They're going to continue going. Complexity need every single point. They need to go every single way their way. 2 members left in here. They've got to try and get in. They've got to get through. Another kill going down. Another one going down. They're going to get it again. It's 13-9. And now Complexity, as Dedo goes huge, shutting them down. He gets another one.
What the
my goodness. How on earth has Dedo just held off Complexity? He's still going. He's getting the points. They're being relayed. And it is now impossible for Complexity. They are going to the losers bracket. SB have qualified for the World Championships in the most fantastic of ways. Oh my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, strictly business coming in and pulling off 2 of the biggest upsets of the tournament. They have won back-to-back 3-0 series, first on the side stages and now here in front of the entire Full Sail audience, crushing Complexity.
All right, good choice by our producers there, showing you the Blitz game. Also, if you haven't seen the Domination game, make sure you get on YouTube. We have all of the matches from the U.S. Championship, Call of Duty Championship, all of the league play matches that were streamed and commentated in-house here in the New York City, all available, youtube.com/MLGCOD. So shout out to Dedo for getting our #7 spot. You saw what he can do when he gets positioned up top on Freight. We're going to our #6 player, and this one is someone from Curse Las Vegas. Now, a lot of people out there, they know he's a great player, but they don't know what role he plays on this squad. Parasite comes in at #6 with a 1.12 KD ratio across all game modes. In Respawn, he's in the top 10, almost 24. When it comes to Search and Destroy, just below average, but also has done some work with the bomb. And then you see when it comes to Blitz and Dom Caps, he's about in the middle of the pack with 2.34 in Blitz, 3.41 in Domination. Revan, is Parasite classified as a Slayer on this squad?
You know, maybe like a SMG Slayer or more of a support player, like a support Slayer. Whenever I watch Parasite, he doesn't really do the objective that much. He's more focused on picking up the kills around the map, just making sure that his team always has map control on one side or the other, and then he has his teammates that were killing miracles doing the objective work for him. So he's just more focused on helping hold the map and picking up kills.
So this weekend, he'll be playing with Mud Dog instead of Killa. Miracles and Ricky will fill out that roster. What do you think Parasite is going to need to do if they want to get past strictly business in that first round?
He's just got to help out with the objective, man. You know, from what I've seen, Mud Dog could kind of do everything, but Parasite, obviously, you know, when you compare, first off, let's go Mud Dog versus Killa. Killa, obviously, he's a better objective player, so they're going to be lacking a little bit overall in the objective sense. But Parasite is going to have to help out there. We'll see. Miracles and Killa recently announced that they're going to Justice. Mud Dog's coming to Curse, so this is just kind of like a throw-together team. You know, everybody's just on a different team. We'll see how they do, because at the end of the day, they are playing for money, so I expect them all to show up.
And you know, Parasite's kind of been humbled by not going to Call of Duty Championships. I think this entire team has been. They're all looking at new lineups. They're all trying to start fresh. This would be a good way to end Curse Las Vegas with a big win this weekend in Boston. My question is, who is going to step up? I'm looking at Parasite to be that guy. He's got the KD to go for it. 1.12 is definitely solid. But the guy coming in at number 6, just ahead of Parasite, or number 5, excuse me, is Formal. Now, I love what we saw out of Formal. He's a former Halo pro, made the transition. That's the actual Matthew Piper. Goonjar's name is not Matthew Piper. But Formal made the transition from Halo, got picked up by Team Caliber after a 9th place finish at MLG Columbus with Primal. He definitely was the star player on that Primal roster, consisting of former Halo players, and he has made the transition, went to Call of Duty Championships. Unfortunately, they lost to Envy in that round 1 losers bracket, did not make it into the top 8, did not walk away with any cash. He's announced that he's going over to FaZe Black, but look what this guy brings to the table. He's 6th overall in the league out of all the players with his KD ratio at 1.14. He's 1st overall in Respawn game modes, the only player above 26 kills at 26.26. His KD in S&D is 8th overall at 1.15. Blitz caps at 3.5, as well as Dom caps. So what I think was most impressive on that is look how many top 10s he's in. He's in 4 top 10s, also has that number 1 spot in Respawn game modes. What makes Matthew Piper such a great Slayer?
He just doesn't miss. Every time you watch him play, no matter what gun he has in his hands, he could have a honey badger for all I care. He doesn't miss his shots. He reminds me of a younger, more aggressive Proofy. If you ever watched Proofy play a game like Modern Warfare 2, never miss a shot. This is Formal in Call of Duty Ghosts, and he's really transitioned to Call of Duty very well and very quickly. And he's just like the best all-around player I could think of right now. He could really do anything. You put an assault rifle in his hands, put a submachine gun, even the sniper rifle. Formal contention for number 1 player in the game.
Wow, you say he's one of the best overall players, if not the best overall player. Where's his weaknesses? Does he have any?
I would say maybe Search and Destroy. I still feel like he's kind of learning it, but still, look at his KD ratio in that game mode. 1.15, that's not bad at all. And considering that he snipes most of the time, and he doesn't miss with that either. So maybe if he kind of figures out his S&D game a bit more, find some new angles to work with the sniper rifle, he can make a push to, top 2, maybe number 1.
Now, the one thing I did notice when I was at Call of Duty Championships commentating the NVTK match was Study locked him out on Octane Search and Destroy. I hope that we get to see Study versus Formal in the All-Star game. If not, we will probably see it in that round 1 matchup. Will they get Octane? That's a big question for me because, like you said, Formal was known for his sniper. But on that day, Study had the hotter hand. I think Formal is going to be looking for some revenge in that matchup. Would love to see some sniper duels between these two players. In fact, we have some video from Formal. Of course, we talked about his sniper rifle, what he can do in Search and Destroy. But the man is the number 1 player when it comes to Respawn game modes. Let's take a look at some of the action versus Vex Gaming from the U.S. Championship.
There's going to be someone coming through kitchen to try and challenge him. Is he going to notice this player is going to come against him? No, he's gone straight out through cupboard. The player's actually got behind him. I wonder if they're going to go for the rotate back. One player has, but however, there's 3 players coming off. He picks up 2. Not able to get the 3rd, but has managed to just do just enough work to hold him off as Theory comes straight back through, holding the 2 once again, and they're going to put the pressure on. This team is not letting Vex breathe.
Oh, no, they're not. At the beginning of the game, you saw Vex actually doing the same thing. They were in their face, constantly getting aggressive on them. This time around, no, Team Caliber, they decided to just control the pace of the game themselves, and it's really showing here. You have 73 to 58 right now with 15 seconds left on the clock. I mean, Brycey, Team Caliber, when it matters the most, they come back clutch.
Oh, people were saying this earlier about their comeback in the game they actually played previously, and they've done it once again. If you can keep a cool head in Call of Duty and just keep playing like you know you should, that's half the game already won, and they've managed to do it. But for me, look at that Theory, Formal, Theory 21 for 12 there, with 5 captures. The man was making critical kills, and he was making a lot of them. Yeah. He's not able to get the second one. Teammate going to come through kitchen to hold them off. He's going to have to go against 2. He's been tagged up. They're going to know he's there. Does not get them, and it does look like Vex should be able to lock this down.
Yeah, that's right. And they do manage to get control of B. Now, look at what you saw right there. You saw 3 players pushing up, right? Just, randomly, right? By themselves, trying to save that one. They didn't need to do that. All they needed to do was just be fine. Let them have it. Wait for your teammates to respawn, and then you come back on the attack. I feel like that was something that TK did there, and it makes sense, right? They could catch him off guard, get a double kill, but it happened 3 times in a row, and at that point, he kind of just got to slow down.
There's now Theory not starting off the way he did last time. He's now 0-6. He's got 2 captures, but he's not bringing the slaying power we thought last time. As you can actually see Vex move into the lead, and they're just trying to keep this pressure up now. Formal, what can he do as he's just trying to look for a point in here? They know they need to take 1 point, but I said they do not want to be rotated again.
That's right. Remember, guys, 18-point lead here for Team Caliber. So for them, keeping the game close definitely plays out in their favor. We've seen this happen quite a bit where teams thrive in the first half, they do just amazing, and then they keep it close in the second half, right? The other team comes out strong, but just can't quite get over. Could this happen here right now? Formal is just slaying at the top of the bridge and is continuing to show why he was an amazing pickup for Team Caliber, picking up another kill there. Currently Formal, let's see here. Oh, and I ended up jerking on that one, but Formal's going to be at a 4-point streak here. 8-5 to start this one off, and he's looking right at the kitchen doorway. This is textbook here at the cap A.
This is the bottle cap in B. This happens to certain teams. The choke points on here are holdable, so you can just try to bottle someone in. They're not able to do it though. Vex moving straight out, and now they're going to have to try and clean up. TK has to be very, very careful to not let them get this point against them, and they have managed to do it. Now 1 on catwalk as it's Saints going up against Formal. Neither team able to actually get the kill off that one as people rotate away, but they have managed to win it, but the double nade just completely comes back against them. However, you do see the spawns from Vex going back into B, which Formal's actually just going to rotate away and back, make sure they don't get an A. C now neutralized, and who's a Theory keeping them off C by himself, trying to cap it. He's going to go down. Players coming out of Pro Shop everywhere across this map. TK are now dominating them.
Oh, it looked like Formal was actually going to go for a double on that one. Would have picked off that player over by the truck, but that was not going to happen. But with 1 minute and 8 seconds left on the clock here, Bryce, he's 72-45. You have to wonder, I mean, at this point, if you're Vex, are you thinking about the next game?
You've got to be thinking about the next match. There's just no way back from this one. And I said they've got to get their heads in the game. They actually start off really well, but TK have just asserted their dominance here. They've just really asserted the dominance. Getting all the players down, being on the points when they needed to, has meant that they are so far ahead on this one, and they are going to take map number 1.
And there you have it, folks. Team Caliber takes map 1 here against Vex. Next, we have Octane Search and Destroy. Brycey, I got to ask you, man, I mean, does Caliber take this one 2-0, or is Vex answer back?
If they're riding high off that hype train after the last game, can you really put it against them? S&D, for me, they should win it. It'll probably be a little bit closer, something like 6-4.
All right, so there you saw a 20 bomb from Formal. That was just in 5 minutes. Let that soak in. So Formal in that game overall went 38-24, showing his prowess with the MTAR and what he can do at short range as well as long. Guys, we're going to commercial break. When we come back, we have 4 more players to count down. Another one from Strictly Business. I bet you can guess who. We'll be back with my dude after this.